What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode here of the old eBay channel thing. You know, e-commerce. What we all do and love, right? And so it's been a busy day. We got some listings done, got some stuff moved around, some boxes condensed in the old inventory storage system. That in itself is a job sometimes, it feels like, right? I got some more items in the first store taken care of, put on sale. Just trying to get rid of that stuff like I've mentioned many times before. But I've never really... I have a system now so that I know just by looking at a listing's price. Like I have one price if it has damage or spots or whatever. And then another price if nothing's wrong with it. That way I can just look at it quickly without having to click on the listing. If I'm just looking at all my listings, I know, oh, that one has something wrong with it or that one's fine. And so I started that, you know, I don't know how long ago. So my first store, not all the listings are that way. So I'm going through all of them and figuring out, okay, what all is wrong with this? How much do we need to discount it? Making sure the price is marked so that I'll know, hey, there's something wrong with this just by looking at the list. And then moving on. But with 3,000 listings in that store, you know, it's going to take a while. So that's a project that I'll be working on for a while. But it'll be good to get done. And like I said, move all those items, get them going, get them out of there, and just on to bigger and better things, right? I was going to go to the thrift today, but I held off. I do have enough items, so, you know, buying too much stuff is something we all want to avoid. Doesn't matter how big or small you are. So I'm trying to really be disciplined in that and just let that bank account build up and work with what we've got. So that's what we're doing. You can see traffic. This is the last 30 days right here, past 30 days. It has increased since December 18th. See, it's increased and then kind of levels off, and now it was going back up here the last couple days as we get into the weekend here. Hopefully we'll have a good weekend. Before, in my first store, when we were really rocking and rolling, like I mentioned, we would have huge weekends. You know, on a Monday I'd ship out 100 items sometimes, so it was pretty nice to see. And you know, it was like clockwork just about every weekend. You'd get those big sales, and it's real nice because Monday you get to ship all those items out, and you also get a nice deposit into your bank account of a fair amount of money. So trying to get back to that, and you know, it's going to take a bit, but we'll get there, I'm sure. So this is the last 30 days. It's actually 31, I believe, even though it says 30, because it ends today. It might be 30, I don't know. Anyways, let's do 88 divided by 31. 2.84 we'll call it for the last 30 days. Now here is just this month. And so for this month, 17 days, 3.35. So we're up about a half a listing or half an item sold. So that's good. We're going in the right direction. You know, I want to get, like I've mentioned, 7, 8, 9 a day. But we'll just have to see how long it takes. And again, we'll have to see, when do we want to increase to 11? You know, do we wait till 6, 7, 8 listings selling on average a day and then we bump up? So just kind of some of the different things I look at. I like to look at these numbers too and see how it relates. So on my spreadsheet, I track, you know, how many listing views does it take to sell one item? How many impressions does it take to sell one item? Is that number going up or down? It's just something I like to keep track of because it tells you, it basically, I mean, kind of tells you the speed of your items, less impressions to sell an item. Again, you don't know, is that item been in there for 6 months or 6 days or what? So obviously you're on the app. It'll tell you, you know, for 90 days how many items you've sold versus how many you have listed, and then you can figure out your sell-through rate. So you can also look at your sell-through rate. So we're listing 10 a day and we're selling 3.35 a day. So you could say, okay, well, I'm selling 33.5% of the items I list every day. So that's kind of a way to look at your sell-through rate. I don't know if people would consider that, accurate, because it doesn't take into account every item you have listed. But again, however you want to look at the numbers. For me, I just pick numbers. Those are the ones I go with, and I can watch how those numbers change. And I can say, okay, things are getting better, things are staying the same, or they're getting worse. So, that's just kind of the way I look at it. We can look at the quantity sold. You can see we had a spike yesterday of 5. Today we're only at 1. Day before we were at 2. We're doing 4, 5, 2, 3. So again, this is still a smaller store. I think it's at 1,400 listings now. We've been around on this store for just over a year, so it's doing okay. Could it do better? Yes, I could always do better, of course, but you just got to keep at it, and you got to keep doing 10 a day, because when we opened the store, I put like 300 items in there or something, and then we did I think we did 5 a day for a long time. Then I tried some experiments, 10, 15 a day, and then we settled on 10 a day, where we're at now. So, the longer we do this and the longer we do 10 a day, our sales will increase, right? If we're listing good stuff. Like, that's the whole secret. And, it's going to take a little time to get to where we need to be, but we'll get there, I feel, as long as I do the right things. And another thing to mention too is that Facebook group. I made some changes to it. I needed to make some more, but originally it did start as the resellers and wholesalers, connecting them, and then I decided to add in the mentorship program. So if you're interested for $5 a month, that's there. I can answer your questions and all those things. I'm gonna be posting some videos in there. Just some short little videos, just explaining basic stuff, to help answer some questions, because sometimes you may have a question, get it answered, figure it out, okay, and then maybe it's something that doesn't come up again for another 3, 4, 5 months, and you're like, wait, what was the answer to that? So if we have a video in there and it's in the section, so you can just find the video real quick, you can just go back and watch a little minute video or whatever, and get your question answered. So if you are in that group, feel free to leave any questions. The group is for you guys, so I want to make sure you're getting your money out of it. If not, you can post a question here, obviously, on YouTube, and I'll answer them as well. But I like helping people, and I just feel that when you play sports and stuff, you have a coach, and a lot of people they'll call them personal trainers, but when it comes to businesses and stuff, people, they don't have coaches sometimes, and they should, because it'll really help you get to the next level. Just having someone to bounce ideas off of, someone to ask questions to, all those things, it's really helpful. It's helped me with my business. And, I'm not making millions of dollars a year, but I am learning more and getting this more and more figured out and dialed in. And it just takes a while to get things perfect. There's people that have done it faster than me, and, hey, that's good for them. But this is my journey. This is the road I'm on, and this is where we're at right now. So we're just going to continue pushing forward and continue, growing this store, watching it get bigger and bigger and selling more and more per day, till eventually I can quit my full-time job and go back to just doing eBay full-time. That'll be awesome. But things have been busy. I got a lot going on in my personal life, so I'll be moving soon, and just lots of different things. So it's time management. That's why I did that time management video. Time management is key. You got to know what you got to do each day, and you got to set aside the time to do it. And obviously working a full-time job, that's 40 hours a week you lose. And yeah, it's you got to be productive. It's not one of those things you can just kind of do halfway. You got to do 100%. So hope everyone's doing well. Let me know if you have any questions on anything, and we will see you in the next one. Take care.